Hello, I'm Sebastian, and this is a video quickly talking about my creative writing process for when I write songs. I consider myself a bit more of I'm a bit more talented when it comes to the lyrics as opposed with the music. So I usually start with the music first. Um, I'm often on the guitar when I'm writing pop songs. I'll use a keyboard or a piano if I'm writing more like Broadway or I'm composing, that sort of a thing. But generally, for my own independent artist songs, I'll use a guitar. Um, I'm not particularly skilled at the guitar, so I know less chords on this than I do on this. But that usually means I have more limitations and kind of forces me to go down something quicker. I'm not as paralyzed with my options. When I wrote "This Is Love," I had just learned. Well, I had learned this other Ed Sheeran song called "Small Bump," and it goes something like this. And I really liked the way that felt just to my fingers. And I wanted to write a song that felt kind of like that, with that kind of groove. So I was playing around. I put the capo on 1, and that song starts in E minor. I decided, what if I went to like C? And I was doing that trying to do that same groove. And that was kind of cool. And then I went to a walking bass line, so I went from C. Well, I'm saying C, but there's a capo on 1, so I'm playing a C, going down a half step to B, and then this is sort of like an E minor chord ish. I move the one finger from the 4th string to the 3rd string. Yeah, and with a lot of noodling, I came up with that groove. That slide is the same one taken. Is similar to the one taken from the Ed Sheeran one, which is. Except ION. Which actually is also the melody. This is love. And this is also part of the melody. I never thought you'd find the feeling I'm dreaming of. So, I was doing this groove, but at the time I didn't know what those words were. I just felt like. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So the groove came first, just from noodling on the guitar. I don't always know what notes I'm playing or what chords I'm playing. Sometimes my fingers just go places, and then I figure out later and go string by string. So this is E. That's a B. That's open. So that's a D. That's an A. And I work through it like that. When it comes to like making the arrangement, I usually have to know the chords to make the harmonies work. Yeah, so once I have a groove, which I've just shown, I'll go on to writing the words. And for this song, it felt very warm to me, kind of cozy. And I felt like it should be a love song. And first image that came to my mind was from a girl I'd met at school, and I went to school in Massachusetts. So I put that to lyrics and came up with if there's one woman that I adore, it's the girl that I met on the second floor of a school in a town on the eastern shore. We both lived on the second floor of a dorm. Yeah. And the song, I continued down that thread for a long time. I tend to write melodies that are very stepwise. There's one woman that I adore. It's the girl that I met on the second floor. And I like fa me a lot. So a lot of my melodies will go fa me somewhere in there. Yeah, and the rest of the song came through with just trying to follow that pattern. Put more words to it. As the song went on, it got to be. I started incorporating other things as well, like. But then you found me and said it's nice to meet you. Now we mingle over dinner with some wine and a pizza. I don't normally like wine. I'm of age to drink. Just not something I particularly care for. But my parents, whenever we get a pizza, they'll like open a bottle of wine and have some wine. So that line is not something I personally experience, but it's something that I see my parents do. Yeah, and little details like that. I find it to be really engaging when songwriters use very specific details. So a specific detail that came to my mind was when I went with this person to out to dinner, and they were tired of their shoes, so we stopped by my room and they were like, "Can I borrow your boots?" And the person was wearing a dress, and she was standing there in my boots, and it was just a funny image. So I came up with this line. She makes me laugh and then she makes me swoon when she wears my leather boots with a dress of blue and poses for a picture that memory will keep true. Yeah. She'll take me upstairs to her room where we'll eat her french fries from the drive-thru. Another sort of specific image that came to mind. And, piecing all these images together, it just felt right in the world of the song. So, yeah, that's how I usually write a song. I usually start with a groove, and I usually think of some lyrics to accompany the song. I usually like to have a bridge, so I repeat this pattern a lot. The bridge becomes something else. The lyrics are, and I'm so scared to say the words I want to, 'cause you weren't there when I last said I love you. And to me, that's sort of what the song is about, because the chorus is, this is love. I never thought I'd find the feeling I'm dreaming of. The narrator is very uncertain, and he doesn't really think he'll find, the person of his dreams. And, in the bridge, we really get to see his fear, because the last time he said, I love you, it was to a different person. And we can sort of guess that didn't end up working out. Yeah, and then after the bridge, we get the nice return to... so yeah, that's a quick look at how I write my songs.